Did 60 seconds go by that fast? Sorry, guys. And I also haven't checked to see if the camera looked decent. I am so sorry. Let's see if I can brighten it up a little bit. I don't know. It's a thing. How is everybody doing this morning? Yeah, it's not going to do anything. Anyway, hello, Miss Ruth. Hello, Freedom Deep. Hello, Miss Linda Gorman. Yay. Thank you guys for popping in. I really appreciate it. I'm going to pull up my Twitch and see if that one is streaming because it looks like I am good on YouTube, which is fabulous. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm tired. Yeah, I am a little bit pooped. I mean, yesterday I got very little done and it's like, okay, halfway through the day I remember, oh yeah, I have a design team project due on Friday. So I just finished making the card, so it's good. Hey, ASMR, welcome in, welcome. Thank you guys. I know you guys are really wanting to see the creativation stuff, but I'm really, right now I did not pick up as much as last year because I didn't go to quite as many booths. I had a blast, but I mainly focused on folks that I knew you guys would like. But I don't have quite as much stuff to show off when we get to that. That's not going to be the thing today, although I do have one thing I know I'm going to show y'all today. Today's focus is going to be, yes, I did, and I responded back. I'm going to go ahead and let y'all know. Ruth, thank you for that. When I was recording in the room, I didn't realize how bad it looked. The lighting was absolute crap. I'm sorry, but it was. So I decided to change it from everybody access to members only access because members, I know y'all love me anyway, and it won't matter to you if I look like crap. So I haven't decided if I'm probably going to have to go back and watch it again and see, do I want to actually have it out there to everybody? Although the one thing that I did mention in that I may not have mentioned anywhere else, and I don't really recall, was that we were going to go live today. Oh God, Daffy, why? Why, Daffy, why?
What a way to run a railroad. As I was saying...
Yeah, I guess Daffy was a little bit more upset with me than you guys are. Thank you, Anne. That was fabulous. So funny. You guys let me know, did it sound like there was an echo on it? Because I think when I went back and listened to one of the previous ones from Tangia, it sounded like it, which means I probably don't have some stuff set up right. But thank you for that. I do. I always appreciate the Tangia things. They're so fun. So I've got several of the collections from Spellbind. Oh, I don't have the... That's not the right button for that, but I have that one. The horizontal chat needed to go up so you guys can see who's doing what. Let me finish. I got distracted by Daffy. Let me finish pulling up Twitch. And if I sound bad, it's like my sinuses are kind of screwed. I don't know if it was just coming back into heavy pollen season from Seattle or what it was, but my sinus has been clogged. I don't think I'm catching a cold. I did take, it wasn't airborne. It was airborne. I took airborne every day to try to avoid the crud because you know how it was last year, right? Hey, Ryan. And we had all, what is that twerk? Is that Stitch? Who did you just make twerk all over my screen? Ryan? Okay. So it is up over there, and I heard my voice. It's like, oh, goodness, I don't want to hear my voice over there. Anyway, that's Jeff. Okay, so it's a twerking Jeff. I don't know who Jeff is. But I do see that you named your remote on Twitch, Country Guy 1 Jeff. That's cute. Anywho, yeah. He's Baby Shark from Marvel. Oh, that's a baby shark? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is cute. And Elizabeth's not here to be able to do anything with the baby shark thing. She would love that. Oh, all she has to do is like be I think a sub on your channel or a follower on your channel, and she'd be able to use it all over Twitch, and she would use it because she loves Baby Shark. Now, if it was Baby Yoda, I mean, yeah, because he's stinking adorable. Grogu is stinking adorable. Anyhow, I have to see if I can grab that emote now because it's a thing, and now I want it. I'm trying to there it is. Oh, and you have a little unicorn too. That's Mary Unicorn. Okay, so these are some of the emotes if it shows up in the thing. These are some of the emotes that are over on Country Guy's Twitch channel. He plays Fortnite a bunch. I need to see if I can. Do I have that? I don't have that chat. Why do I not have that chat up? I bet it's not connected. Again. I'm trying to make sure I got all the things done, and then we're going to dive in, and I'm going to try to do this faster than normal. We're only 10 minutes in, so I am somewhat happier. Yep, I am not, for whatever reason, StreamerBot did not have me again logged in to Twitch. So, because I've got a button on my Twitch chat, I'm on my StreamerBot chat where I can just click it and do a shout out, because yeah. Let's see. Can I just do a shout out there over on the Twitch? I don't remember if this is actually a command over there or not. Because you know, guys know I love my buttons, right? So we'll see. Hey, Jana. Okay, great. Now we're going to be able to have, and that's another thing. You guys weren't able to see the combined chat because it wasn't connected right. Yeah, is another thing. See, make sure that YouTube is connected. Yep, my YouTube is connected. Fabulous. So I haven't checked all the things. I know that while I was gone, there was updates and everything, so you never know what's going to happen. So now things are starting to work right. Yay! Okay. So first thing what I'm going to show you, and I plan on using it today, and I just used it on my first card. It's not Spellbinders, but I love it. I'm sorry. You guys know I love Pear Blossom Press, and I got this. I got the T-square. I got the A2 T-square. And what I used it for today was not necessarily, and I should have used it to line up the sentiment on the card, but what I used it for was the jig. There is a jig on here that makes it so that you can get everything lined up in the center of your card. Fabulous. I have to show you this. It is so cool. Okay. And I'll give you a sneak peek at the card that's coming up for tomorrow. Oh, I didn't hit the chat button. Okay, let's see if the shout out goes to Ryan. So anyway, you guys need to follow him. He's nuts, but I love him. Okay, so I need white paper under here because otherwise you can't see anything. So here's our new T-square, okay? So small, great size for card makers, right? I do A2. You guys know this, right? I am a banana. Oh my God, I didn't even know that was in there. What is he doing? He's been taped to the screen. There's a banana taped to my screen, Hod. He just shook his head. Hey Shay, how are you doing, honey? Okay. So anyway, y'all just don't know. Yeah, he's a piece of art. No, I mean I love the banana thing anyway. Hey Sharon, welcome in. We have not gotten started yet on the Spellbinder stuff because I have to share this because I just got it. And I know a lot of you, I don't have it in the... One moment, please. I just realized that as I was adding a bunch of affiliate links for all of the clubs collections, because I tried, it's like last minute, it's like I haven't had a chance to get this done, that I really need to add this for the new Pear Blossom Press T-square, because this thing has been selling out like you would not believe. And that's from me being at the show with, hey Linda, me being at the show with Amanda. Jennifer McGuire shared it on a live stream like twice over the last week. since it just came out. I mean, when it first came out, I put it in an email and gave you guys a link to Amanda's video to show how it all works and everything. And I know you guys have been getting it through my link already. But yeah, Amanda, apparently while they were at the show, they sold out. They've got another shipment though that is on its way to her warehouse, or to, I think she has a warehouse. Anyway, on its way to her in California. And as soon as that gets in, she's going to be shipping out more stuff. And I have a feeling it's going to continue to sell out. This thing is fabulous. And it's only $10. $10 for a tool that saves you time. Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Take my money. Okay. Let me get to the page for that. Cardmaker's T-Square. Let's see if we got it on the right side. So this is the Cardmaker's T-Square. I am right now just getting an affiliate link. Y'all can't see my login and stuff, but anyway, because I just need the right link so that I can give it to y'all. Copy. And then we'll go back to that page so y'all can see it while I put it into the description on YouTube. So you guys over on Twitch, you can find the affiliate links for everything over on the YouTube video. And I'm live right now. All you have to do is go to my YouTube channel, Debbie J's Crafting Corner. That's me everywhere. And down under the description, well, and if you go to lives, you'll see the lives. Anyway. Okay, so T-Square. And I'll make this look prettier later. But I wanted to make sure that was, hey, Terry Cooper. I wanted to make sure that this was available for y'all. So I know you're going to want this thing. I absolutely know you're going to want this thing. And I mean, on most of my cards, I do a little tiny border around. And one thing is trying to, when you're making a project, when you're making some kind of a panel, figuring out what part do you want to cut off. That's one challenge. The biggest challenge for me, I'm going to be honest, is trying to line it up straight. So because of that, if I have it lined up closer to the edge, it's less likely I'm going to make a mistake. And I think I discovered that years ago, and I kind of stuck with it. And that's the main reason for that little bitty border all the way around. And I like that little border better than having everything just flush to the edge. Don't know what it is, but that's just me. Okay, so that link has been added. Okay, which means you can refresh if you need to. Linda, you got yours already. Good job, honey. So here we go. This is our new T-Square. Okay. I've got it on some mic paper so you can actually see it because it is clear. Okay. So it is nice and small, perfect size for our A2 size cards. This is an A2 size card base. Hey, Andrew Cootie, how you doing? So first off, you can hang it anywhere because it's got a nice little hole there in the top. Always good for storage. But we've got two rulers. Both of the rulers are for an A2 size card. One is for if you do horizontal, which is 5.5, and the other is if you do vertical, which is 4.25. Now, we're going to start with the 5.5 side. The 0 is right in the center of a 5.5 inch note card. Then you've got the two little dots to the side, which are at the third mark. So it's easier to just eyeball it and get things pretty much in the center. Okay. And then same thing this direction. So this is if it's going to be 4.25. That's right dead center. And then you've got your two marks, two little pink dots that are at the 1/3 mark so that you're able to basically eyeball it. But that's not the part that I'm the most excited. I mean, I was already excited about that. But then when I saw that it does this other part, it's like, it does what? Kitty. Okay, so looks like we have a message on the Twitch side saying that there's going to be an ad coming up and that you can avoid the ads on my channel by subscribing to my channel. That's totally up to you, but there is the Amazon Prime. If you're not spending it somewhere, you need to spend it somewhere because that is a free subscription to someone's Twitch channel. It doesn't matter if it's mine or somebody else's, just use it because that is free money that you're just tossing away and you're letting Amazon keep it. So yeah, let's not do that. Okay, we've got on this you can probably see it, but I didn't realize what it was until I really got a chance to look. These are embedded. It's basically little jigs. So it's cut into. So you can line everything up. Okay, so it's like right in there. Now, so what you want to do is you want to turn it over. You line it up with the corner there. And then you can place your panel right in the center. And this side, you will have a 3/8 inch. Hi, Kathy. Do I have a link for the Prime on any channel that you're on, hun? If you go to the right hand side, like right up here, right about the center, right around there should be, if you hover over it, it should have like a little crown that pops up that says that you can use Amazon Prime. Now, I don't know if it shows up if you don't have your account linked. You do have to go into, I think you just go to Amazon and link your Twitch channel to the Amazon Prime. I did a video and posted it, I think, in our Facebook group at one point. It's been so long since I've done one myself, I don't remember 100%. But I do know you need to link your Amazon Prime to your Twitch account. And they're owned by the same company. Amazon owns Twitch, if you didn't already know. Okay, so I've got my card base. Let me do it with the right side. Lined up and kind of in that jig. See, it just slides and it clicks right there. Okay. And then you can just put your panel right straight down and you have a perfect 3/8 inch mat around the outside. You do the same thing. Jennifer did it again yesterday. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for letting me know. I didn't even read the full thing, Linda. I'm sorry. I went back and started watching one of hers and then I tried clipping part of the video and it's like, I really want to share this, but I really want to show it too. So anyway, you do the same thing on this side. And when you line it up, you've got a 1/2 inch. Okay. It's going to be easier when you actually have stuff on your card. This is actually catching on the little slits. So you just line it up right there and press it down and you've got a perfect 1/2 inch all the way around. Now I use this on card I just finished up this morning. This one is going to be, this is a sneak peek for tomorrow morning, because I still have to write the blog post. I still have to edit the video, and I really just got done videoing. This one's for Pear Blossom Press, so it's my Pear Blossom Press design team project for the 11th, which happens on the 11th every month. And this is what I did. And I used this, not the 3/8 side. I used the 1 inch side. Let me turn it around to line up my center panel perfect with that perfect 1/2 inch all the way around. Fabulous. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. I absolutely love this. And okay, let's light it up. So you'll have to come by tomorrow and check out that video. I'm putting that away because we're going to be talking about the new Spellbinders stuff. But I will, if I'm planning on using this today. So that's why that is out. Okay, and then I need you guys to tell me what y'all want me to work with because I don't have a brain. I'm still tired. My brain has not come back from, okay, Todd's probably thinking you never had a brain to begin with. But yeah, my brain is basically not here. Okay, listen.
I was thinking.
Stop it! Please stop it. I have hairspray in my hair. Stop it. He's trying to use a brain sucker on my brain, guys. Okay. First one up. Let's see. What do we have here? I separated stuff out so I'd actually be somewhat prepared. We're only 20 minutes in. Do I have the snail? The snail was not part of the new releases. That's actually part of the clubs, and I do not have it yet. I do have stuff coming in that's supposed to be here, I think, on the 14th, but it's where I ordered it. So again, it's kind of one of those things where I get it a little bit later if it's not included with my my influencer packages. And I don't get all the clubs. I want to get all the clubs again. So anyway, this one is called Field Notes. So first we've got this fun 3D embossing folder. I love my 3D embossing folders. I forgot what this is called. I actually was going to pull up the names of the things. I know what I'll do. I'll pull up the screen. That way y'all can see it. So this one is for Field Notes. There's a lot of other stuff in there that I didn't get. Scrolling. So this one is the embossing folder that I just showed you, which is called Field Notes 3D embossing folder. We have Field Notes Wildflowers. So I have that one. I've got a couple of the better, I've got everything upside down on my desk. That makes everything slide out when I try to open it or look at it. This one is pretty. Field Notes Lush Ferns. And that's a better press. And then we've got this one, which is Bloom Wild. If you can't see it, Bloom Wildly. I will show better in a minute. Why is it zoomed? Anyway, Bloom Wildly. And then we've got this one, which is Field Notes Twine. So it makes it look like you're doing like a little journal. And then this last one, I think this is so super, super cute. We've got this. Okay, this one is Field Notes Dies. So this one has got... Okay, I will read that in just a second. Thank you so much, Ruth. So this one, we've got the pencil, we've got scissors, we've got a little magnifying glass. And what's funny is this week, while I was at Creativation, I was thinking, I know I've seen this. Hero Arts just came out with something similar where they've got the magnifying glass. I got to play with it while we were there. They also had some kind of rub-ons that go onto they're able to, I never thought about doing this on acetate, but that's what we did. And they're matte, and it was so cool. And Hero Arts is owned now by Spellbinders. So at some point, everything's going to be combined together, and you can still get them. I think they're probably on sale. But anyway, that's something cool. But I like that little magnifying glass. That's one of the reasons why I got this. Okay, switching back to the desk so you can see that I've got the things. So see that little magnet? I just couldn't remember the names of stuff. Okay, bye, Ryan. Have a good one, honey. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read what Ruth said. And she said, writing this over here, she did this over on Twitch because of the type limit on YouTube. Anyway, background. I had a conditional baptism because since I didn't have the paperwork I needed. My confirmation into Catholic Church on Easter Sunday. Anyway, funny part. His cat cardinal decided to interrupt and took everything. It took everything in her not to laugh. Hello, Miss Vanessa. Okay, so this is the Field Notes collection. I'm going to go ahead and put that back in its bag. Because you guys are probably already seeing something that you want to see me play with. And I will be doing more at some point on different things. That's my goal. I have not made anything with any of these things yet. Now, this one I have played with. And y'all saw me play with this one a little while back. It is the Brain Jack of All Trades. So the Jack of All Trades was the one that had, it's like a thing of playing cards. Fabulous. And they had this one, which creates the cards for the suit, right? So that is fun. All the things to go with it and stencils and all the things. But what they just added the Joker. So we've got a wild Joker card that we can make. So that is what is part of this collection. And as soon as I saw it, I said, they did what? Oh my God, that is so cool. So that's part of the Jack of All Trades collection. Then we've got, am I going to show this one next? I'm not showing that one next. First off, we've got somebody who's not here, and I don't know if she's going to be here because she's probably asleep. What's that? I don't know if this is one of the new ones or not. Yeah. Anyway. Yes, it is. Okay, so I've got 3 more collections to look at. This one is... Oh, this one's Yana. This is absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. First thing, this is kind of fun. This one is a 3D embossing folder. The collection is called Yana's Daisies, I think. Yes, Yana's Daisies. And this is a molded frame. But, okay, let me see how it works. So it is a 3D frame. So you can see that. I went ahead and ran it through. I've only done one, and that was over a week ago. Then we've got Crafty Hug Sentiments that I can't read right now because everything's backwards. Let's see if I can find it on the screen. And they're all the pretty scripty things that we love. Missing you, sending loves and hugs, just a note, crafty hugs. Oh, there we go. Happy birthday, thinking of you, and hello, dear friend. So we've got the smaller sentiment, and then we've got the scripty thing. So they're all super pretty. Okay. We've got this die for Yana's Daisies. We've got this better press. So picture coloring the flowers separate and doing, a darker color for the press. Or foil. Yes. Or for that matter, leaving all of it white except for the center because daisies, right? Gorgeous, but stencil to go with. Okay. That is gorgeous. But wait, there's more. Bigger one, lots more daisies. This one's Daisy Trio, so you've got the 3. This one is Daisy Shower. Gorgeous, gorgeous. And I don't have my my glimmer system heated up yet, but it doesn't take that long, guys. But this is absolutely stunning. And yesterday, Todd picked up the mail for me because I was pooped, and stencils to go along with it. Yes. So absolutely gorgeous, right? So that is Yana's Daisies, the new collection there. So pretty. Then we've got, I put everything in separate things so I would know what collection they were, because otherwise. Oh, okay. This one is Simon Hurley. Simon Hurley. Yes, I got to see Simon Hurley. Yes, we played. It was fun. Okay, this one is called Sky's the Limit. Okay, and it is kites. It is kites. This one I did go ahead and emboss one of the kites. See that? So fun. So fun. Yeah. And it comes with a stencil. Okay. So I tried the stencil one. I did a separate panel. I tried the stencil one. I think I did it with some sprays or I did it with something that did not look good. So that one went in the trash. I very rarely throw any of my stuff in the trash. I usually find a use for it, but anyway. But not only do we have this fun stencil background, we got this little boy or girl. We got a ponytail. We got regular hair for a short hair little boy flying a kite. Super cute, super cute. In his shorts and a t-shirt. So we've got that. And then this is another one with kites. And then this one is for sentiments. And let me look at the sentiments for that, because I don't remember what they're called. Where did I put it? Sky's the limit. That's on that page. That would help. So sentiments say, flying by to say hi. I know, Ruth, right? I started singing that. Okay, I started singing that, and Todd had no idea what it was because he's never seen Mary Poppins and has no interest in it. He doesn't like musicals. You remember when I started saying, let's go fly a kite, and you didn't know what I was talking about and wanted me to just go fly a kite?
Yeah.
First thing Ruth says, whenever I see kites, my mind goes to the let's go fly a kite Mary Poppins. It's not just me. Okay, so we've got flying by to say hi, you blow me away, let your dreams take flight, so fun, just a note to lift you up, lifting you up with love, the sky's the limit, keep soaring, and happy birthday. So lots of fun sentiments there, and we've got the kites, and you can make it as simple or as complicated as you want. I'm going to warn you guys, I'm probably going to be simple today because my brain don't work. But that's not what Elizabeth wanted to see. And she's not here yet. Elizabeth, wake up, honey. You need to come see this. So, yeah, that's because I mentioned it a couple of weeks ago. A month ago? I don't know. I mentioned it after I got it. And I thought it was part of last month's collection. And it wasn't. A Mary Poppins card would be. It would, but I don't have Mary Poppins. But we do have kites. And you could always make your own sentiment writing it, use your Cricut Joy, whatever. You could have one that says, let's go fly a kite. That would be fun. So this one is super cute. Super cute. And it's only 3 things. Okay. This one is called Jump for Joy. So rather, I only have 3 things. There are 1, 2. Okay, that's the collection. 1, 2, 3. This one is actually a very small collection, and the full collection, all these is only right now. It's like only $37. So it's really yes, Miss Ruth. That is exactly what I'm talking about. So first we've got this is the stencils, which I've already done, and I used a little bit of the Astro Paste on the flower there. Yes. Then we've got stamps, including sentiments. You are totally amazing. You are totally amazing. Where's Deadly Frog? He's not in here yet either. But you are, hope your day is pure magic. Make a wish, jump for joy, hop in by to say hello. Enjoy your new pad. Happy birthday. A lot of these curved ones, so cute. And then take a leap of faith. And then we've got, of course, the clouds, hearts, and we've got some more cattails there. And then we have the frog. We have the frog prince. Well, Jana, here's what happened to me. Thank you for saying that, because you know what? Elizabeth is nuts. I think I was sitting at I'm trying to remember where was I. I think I was actually sitting here at that point and just happened to look at who was live, and I saw her thumbnail with the eyes on her eyes. It's like, what the heck is that? So I had to pop in and see what she was doing. She didn't have them up there anymore. And I don't think she knew that it was actually as her thumbnail for a little while. I don't know if it's her thumbnail all day, but it was for a little while. That was just so friggin' hilarious. So yes, we have us a frog prince. And of course we've got the mushroom, and I don't know what that is. That's not part of him. Oh, that's a stem for a mushroom. Because I think you could do multiple sizes. Look at his little arms. And a little lily pad. I mean, this is just so fun. And that is the last of them. So we've got, again, let me go back through here real quick. 5 different collections that we can choose from. We've got this one, which is Jump for Joy, which has the Frog Prince. I think I would start out a poll, but again, I am probably not going to be able to remember how to do it. So you guys are going to have to type in there what you want me to play with and help me figure out who actually did more, and don't cheat. So we've got Jump for Joy, which is the Frog Prince. We've got Flying. Just my brain. Sky's the Limit from Simon Hurley. And then I have to put them in order so I know what I'm doing. This one is, Yana's Daisies. Yes, absolutely love that. And then we've got Jack of All Trades with the Joker. We've got, and then we've got Field Notes that has the fun spyglass. I thought I had more. Did I actually say all of them? I think I did. So what do you guys think? What would you guys love to play with first? Because I'm not going to do more than one today, but I will be doing more things later on. I'm probably going to, I am really debating on time as to what I'm going to do when, because not only do I have the new collection, not only do I have design team projects, I've got swag from Creativation that I really want to show you guys some of the new stuff that I've got in so that we can play with all the things. Okay, so nobody is saying anything, so I think I'm going to just start narrowing it down. Okay, I'm going to say that since Elizabeth's not here, because nobody said they want the frog, I'm going to take away the frog. I think I know what I want to play with, but I was trying to let y'all help me decide. Rather, I think I know what I want to play with first, because it's going to be gorgeous and it'll be quick and easy and fast. You tried to wake her up. It didn't work. Okay, so that leaves Field Notes, Joker, Daisies, and Kites. So I think I'm going to take Joker off the table. Okay. Okay, so Anne finally said something. So she says she wants either the frog or the Simon Hurley, which I already pulled frog off, so that leaves the kites is what she wants. Anybody else have an opinion? So I'll go ahead and take field notes off. I'm going to leave it between Yana and Simon. So Jana says kites as well. So we are going to do that, and I will definitely be playing with those gorgeous. I already took that one off, honey. You didn't say it soon enough. Okay. Ruth says, I have no opinion. You know what? I say that all the time. Ty comes in and says, I need your opinion for something. And it's like, I have no opinion. Okay, so we have, I do need to take out the glimmer. This is actually Better Press, I think. Yeah, BP Better Press. But I think I want to do the sentiments in foil. So give me a second to move some stuff around. And I'm moving stuff around primarily so that I have space to bring out our glimmer system for the sentiments. I mean, you don't have to use a glimmer system. You could use the Better Press, but I'm kind of wanting to foil. And I need to put that over somewhere so it doesn't fall on the floor again. So my glimmer, make sure it's plugged in. I haven't played in like a week. You wrote frog before I removed it. We will be playing with the frog another time, and I'm not 100%, like I said, I'm not sure as to what I'm going to do and how I'm going to get all of the content done. I may do multiple live streams. I may do multiple videos, just different things coming up over the next few weeks, because if I give the attention to some of the stuff that I really want to give the attention to, it's going to be more than just... Last year when I did my destash of the swag, I basically did it into, I think it was like a 2-part video. And I may do that part as well. Like I said, I didn't get quite as much. But there's some things that I want to give a little bit more attention to, as to kind of how to do and that kind of thing. Because I did get a couple of new tools that you already saw this one, but I got a couple of other new tools that I need to play with more. I need to learn how they work better, and I need y'all to see them and see if it's something that y'all are interested into. Okay. I told you my sinuses suck today. Goodness. Okay, so that is heating up, and that's for this bit. So we're going to do the sentiments and some foil, which I have not picked the foil yet because, yeah, things. We have a background that we could use using the embossing folder, but I'm thinking you guys probably want to see it. It is a 3D embossing folder, but I'm going to be honest, these bits are... It's got like multiple different layers, and some of them are shallow enough and big enough that... I think that was the one that I tried that didn't really work as well. So the blackout technique didn't work as well for me, probably because I have a heavy hand. Okay. But I think I do want to try. Let's go ahead and just start with embossing one of those. Yes, that is heating up good. Me get my Platinum 6 up. I like the blue, and I don't think I have... Do I have any more blue paper over here? We'll go with this one. I usually don't spritz my paper, but I think I'm going to do that this time. So whenever you're using a 3D embossing folder, instructions right on the Platinum 6, has it right down here. You don't use the platform top. So if you've got the old Spellbinders Platinum 6, it was all one piece. If you got the one with the universal plate system, it has a piece that comes off. So you don't use platform top to B, you use platform base. You use your embossing folder. Oh, that's something else. You guys are going to be excited about something else that I saw at Spellbinders. I haven't shown the video yet because I recorded it. I haven't edited it. I haven't posted it. But oh, and then I got to do that's right. I didn't actually record that one. I was in that one. So Denzel recorded me using something that's new that they've got. So as soon as I see that video's up, I'm going to definitely tag you guys and let you know. So I'm going to actually miss this. This is some regular weight. This is just Recollections. I need to use my Recollections cardstock up. I'm going to put it in there where it's missed a little bit. We're going to see if that makes a difference. Like I said, I don't do it that much, but it might just make it a little bit deeper, which would be nice because we do know how much we love that extra dimension, right? Okay. Okay, I can see that this is already warped also, but that did turn out really pretty. Look at that. I'm also kind of thinking that this card is basically done. So you can see they do look, I don't think it really made that big of a difference. You see? This is actually a heavier cardstock. This one I guess is some of my 110 pound that is for that I bought specifically to do card bases with, but then I don't do a lot of card bases. I didn't hear the text to, why didn't I hear the text to speech? Did it not work? I'm sorry, Terry. I'm gonna have to see if I can make that happen. I did not hear it. Why didn't it happen? I have no clue why that didn't work. So Terry just did, hey Rhonda. Oh my God. Hey Rhonda. So I did get to see Rhonda. You guys have seen her pop in here every once in a while, right? I did get to see her at Creativation, her and Erin, fabulous. We didn't get to spend as much time as we wanted to, but she kind of got to see me getting really loopy at the end because I was just so fatigued. I lost my words. Yeah. But it's kind of where I lost my words, but my mouth wouldn't stop trying. So funny. Anyway, but hey. Okay, so these do turn out really, really lovely. Is the air conditioner on in here, hon? Okay. I was wondering why I was getting a little warm. It's because the windows are open and the AC is not on. Not.
Yes, I am laughing at you.
I almost forgot to finish my sentence. I'm so sorry. Terry Cooper says, meow, meow, Todd. So did you guys hear the text to speech, or is it just that I don't have the volume on and it went straight to Twitch? It might be that. So I want to know if you guys heard the text to speech thing trying to sing Let's Go Fly a Kite. I have no idea why it didn't go off in my ears, but it is what it is. It's just another thing I have to go back and either completely redo or fix. Okay, so we've got that. We've also got stencils. So let's try out the stencil. So I think I'm going to use my Stampin' Stencil platform today. And I really want to use my, I thought about just doing this basically on the card base, but I'm not gonna, because you know what? I want to use the T ruler. Oh, Rhonda, did you get you a T ruler yet from Pear Blossom Press? Because you're going to want it, honey. You are going to want this thing. Oh my God. So fabulous. And I actually have everything stacked in the right order. Awesome. So with this, you can place it basically anywhere that you want to on here. What I think I'm going to do is I'm just going to line it up with this grid line on the side and basically up at the top. That way it holds it in place. And this one is, it's only those two pieces. So I'm just going to just use my big brushes like what I like. And y'all tell me what color. We have blue, we have purple, we have red, we have yellow, and orange. I don't think I'm going to do the green. So y'all tell me which color you want me to go with to start off with, and we'll do that. And I'm going to use Simon Hurley inks today. Auntie Cutie says purple, so we can start with the purple. Do I have, yeah, I did bring the red out. 1, 2, 3, 4. What am I missing? I'm missing a blue. Let's go with clear skies when we do the blue. So we'll start off with the purple for these first couple of kites. There's lots of kites and there's several layers, so we're going to do multiple colors and stuff. So you guys will have a chance to tell me what other things you want me to do. And the only part that I'm actually going to color is right there. Those two bits. That's it. I'm going back in and getting more because I want to make it darker. Okay. So there's purple. Purple is done. Might do more on another one, not sure. But there we go. And then to clean this off, I'm going to do a Jennifer McGuire trick. If I remember where I put my alcohol. What she's been doing is when she's cleaning off her stencils, especially like in the middle of a project, when it's not, not paste or anything like that, she's just using a bottle of alcohol, which I always have one on my desk, and half the time I lose it, but I always have it. And it cleans up things real quick, and everything stays, it cleans up quick and it dries fast. Because you could definitely do it with water, but with water, it's actually gonna stay wet longer. So that is, and now I've got purple ink on my leg because I wiped it off on my leg because I didn't have enough space. Okay, next one, we're gonna go with this one. And I think what I'm going to do to make sure that it's lined up right, because this also lines up with the embossing folder, and I have not embossed, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the one I just used on top so I can see through it, and then have the other one down there so that we can kind of try to line both of those up. Hey, okay. I'm assuming it's going to work. We're going to see. Well, since Todd doesn't like musical, I have a new plan. So when finances allow, I'll hold him hostage and subject him to so many musicals. Oh my God, Terry Cooper. Oh, he would kill me if I let you do that. You do know that, right? Okay, what color for the next one? She's trying to sabotage my marriage here, guys. Are we going to let that happen? So these they're not hex, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're 6-sided polygons for those box type kites. So what color do we want to go with first? Okay, love you, Terry Cooper. I need a color, guys. I'm going to pick a color in a minute if y'all don't do it. I'm also irritated with some of my sound because every time I shut usually I have it set so it just whispers in my ear. She's yelling in my ear when I shut this down. Okay, so Terry Cooper says yellow. I was kind of thinking yellow. So we're going to do yellow next. Fabulous. But I need to do this because every time I do it, it just is bugging me. Volume mixer. Well, that's not the one that's doing it. Make a wheel like craft roulette, but colors. I've actually got a die that's, yeah, I've got there's a newish Spellbinder die that I definitely want to do some stuff with. I'm probably going to do something like that soon. Let me see if I can fix this part, though, because it's bugging me. I think I know why. I think it's going straight to my headset. Okay, that's better. It's one of those things where things reset themselves and then everything is too loud. Have you ever had that happen? I don't know. Okay, so we've got yellow, and I'm going to use some shooting star. And we're going to load it up again, too, just like we did with the other, because I want everything to be nice and bright. And yellow's one that when you put it on white, it can get lost if you don't have enough ink down. And shooting star is a brighter, lighter color of yellow compared to, say, Slippery When Wet. Slippery When Wet has got a little bit more orange to it. And I'm kind of in the bright color kind of, yeah. I made a couple of projects recently that were like rainbow-ish, so. Okay, there we go. Uh-oh. Magic 8 Ball, is yellow the right color to choose? Yes, because we love you. Hey, Miss Adelaide, how are you doing? Well, honey, you can go back and watch the replay, hun, for anything that you missed. I did go over all of the things that are in the new collections that I've got, and there's 5 of them. And today we're going to be playing with the Simon Hurleys. Oh, my God. Anyway, we're playing with the Simon Hurley. What did they call? I forgot what it was called. Somebody type in the chat what this is called, because I forgot. I need to pull up the right screen because I still have my Discord up on the screen. This one is called Sky's the Limit from Simon Hurley. So we've already done a little bit embossing to take a look and see how the embossing looks. So pretty. And right now we're doing these, basically doing some stenciling that goes along with this. Actually, goes along this way because I have it wrong side up, but that's fine. Because we also know we can do them backwards. So somebody did a dad joke. So what did the thread say to the needle? You sew me, you sew me well. I was thinking know me well, but it's okay. Yeah, like I said, my brain's not functioning. Okay, we're gonna go on with the next one. And do the same thing that we did with the last. I'm going to line up my stencil so that I can make sure that I've got them in the right spot. And then I can layer it down. And then I can press. And the next stencil is going to line up right where it's supposed to. So it's going to match the embossing folder. Okay. And what color do we want these? We just did yellow and we did purple. So what's next? We still have... Sitting over here, I still have red, blue, and orange. So what do y'all want to do? That needs to be cleaned more. The yellow seems like it might be staining it. I don't know. Maybe I left it on there too long. Okay, I just didn't get all of it off. That works better. Okay, awesome. What color do y'all want to do? Because you do know that if you don't tell me, then I'm going to just start picking something. Orange. Okay, Avenger Fox wants orange. So we're going to go orange with for these diamond shapes, which in my brain is standard kite design, right? But they've made so many different things. If we go to the beach, if we head over to the beach, there's usually people flying kites over there, and they've got all sorts of things. They've got dragons. They got all sorts of stuff. Okay, and what I'm going to do with this last bit, because this is orange, oranges and reds do have a habit of staining photopolymer stamps, and my sticky mat is a giant stamp. So I'm just going to take me a little bit of mint tape and try masking off the stamp, the actual mat, so that hopefully it doesn't go through as much. There's a little bit up there. I'm not as worried about that little bitty spot, although it's going to stain anyway. But we're going to go ahead and do these last two bits, and I am putting on a couple of different layers, a couple of layers of ink to let it seep in real well. Now, I may have to start getting some of this new, once I go through all the things. Mint tape is actually some tape that is from scrapbook.com. It's a paper tape, so it's low tack. It doesn't tear your paper. I don't use it as much for, say, for my die cutting. And I even was chatting with the folks at, I got to meet the folks from scrapbook.com, but I wound up chatting with some of them that I do. They asked me, how do you like the mint tape? It's like, well, it depends on what I'm using it for. It works great for masking. It is fabulous for masking. It works better in my mind than Post-it tape does for masking. For Post-it tape, the whatever they put, I think there's a coating or something on the top of Post-it tape that you can get basically anywhere that makes it so that the ink doesn't absorb at all, which means you smear it all over everything. I always make a mess with it. This stuff, I don't have that problem. I don't use it for die cutting though. It's just that because it's paper, it doesn't hold up. Instead I use the Best Ever Craft Tape from Best Ever Craft Tape from Spellbinders is the yellow tape. It works fabulously when I'm doing die cutting. But yeah, this is mint tape from scrapbook.com. I mean, you could also use like purple tape, like painter's tape, but even those are stickier than this. This has got a nice low tack and it doesn't rip up my paper. I have had purple tape and blue tape. Both of those have ripped my paper before. Purple tape, not as much, but that's what I used to use. I think over time, different companies, oh, this is lovely. Different companies that are doing things in our industry, they find different ways to make things just a little bit better than what we've already got. And the tools are fabulous. So if you're a beginner, this is a great way to, tools are the way that you can make things look more professional as you go along. But I love those colors. That looks so nice, guys. Y'all did good choices so far. So I'm going to clean this one up and then we're going to put the next one down. And we have some more colors still to choose from. We still have red and blue, although I probably, okay, the next one here is going to be for the strings and for the wood slats. So I think I may pull out some brown, but then after that, we've also got the tails. So we can do some fun things with that. And just cleaning off where did I put the thing? I had a rag. I used to use paper towels all the time and realized that I was getting a lot of the little fibers and stuff off of off of the paper towels onto things, and it was just bugging me. Where did I put it? I just had the thing here a second ago. Not in that drawer, not in there. And I intentionally don't have a second one because what I do, in here anyway, because what winds up happening when I have, there we go, multiples is that I wind up losing them and then I have them all over the place and they all have ink on it. So they don't, no, I wasn't sitting on. Hey, Melissa K. If I'm not mistaken, that is Miss Melissa Klepser, which I have a card from you. So I can either open it today or we can wait until our
program to bring you this important message. I love you. Now back to our show.
Thank you, Nerdy. So we can either open your cards today, Miss Melissa, or we can wait until Tuesday and do it on the regular live stream there. Good time zone for Miss Nerdy. Thank you so much for coming in, honey. Okay, so I'm going to use some brown. I think I'm going to use some Weeping Willow. That's my dark brown that I have from Simon Hurley. And we're going to do the same thing that we did with the last one, where I'm going to take the stencil, put it over the top of it to line it up, because everything lines up perfect. And then I'm going to line up the one that's on top with what I just did. Okay, Tuesday works. Perfect. I do have another one from someone else. I think it's... I'm going to have to look back again. I do have other happy mail, and I've been holding off on opening those until y'all are in the stream with me. Actually, with this, I could just line it up right with my piece because we have enough of it there now. I'm going to say that is close enough. It may be a little bit off, but that's okay. And now we can go ahead and add some brown down. And I'm looking to see if I have a brown. I don't think I have a brown brush. So I'm just going to use one of my little finger daubers. Waiting for Terry Cooper to start the fighting. Oh my goodness. Okay. Get in there, guys. Type !join if you want to get in on the tour of the dungeon. Go in there and hang out in the dungeon with Miss Terry Cooper. While I do this, I'm just going to start from the inside going out. I'm going to try not to go too far out of the lines, but if I do, it's okay. Well, hello, Miss Marianello. I cannot speak. Marian, I'm gonna call you Marian. You can tell me if that's okay. If it's not, I will figure out how to pronounce your name. But thank you so much for popping in. So I'm just using the brown. I mean, you can use black, whatever you want to, but I'm just using that for the strings and such for our kites. So happy to have all of you guys here today. I missed y'all. I am tired though, so yeah. Excellent pronunciation. Which time? Because one time I butchered it. But yeah, this is a fun stencil, and you can just kind of just play. What's real fun, guys, you're going to be amazed at this. You know that when Simon does one of the shows or when he does a video, he usually has had his playtime already, and he's pretty much, he already has it planned. He knows what he's going to do. He knows what he wants to show. He knows what questions we're going to ask him. And there's a new dungeon. Go ahead, guys. Get in on the dungeon. Ruth just started one. !join to join in the party. But yeah, he usually knows exactly what he's doing. So I mentioned after he got finished with a presentation that I did record, so you'll have it. But he just got finished with one, and I said to him that I used his new lunar sprays for splatter on a couple of galaxy backgrounds. And he's like, oh, okay. And then I told him how I did it. I mixed, I think it's where Elizabeth showed me, and I mixed water with the mica from the sprays. I did that. I think what I had tried on a different one was actually using it on the end of a brush, but instead, just mix a little water with it and then use the end of it to do the splatter on there. So that's what I did for those cards that are part of the Pear Blossom Press booth. And he wound up saying something about that you don't even need to water it down at all. Like, oh, so he did some playtime. and he hadn't really tried this. He said, I haven't tried it. Let's try this. So I got some playtime with Simon on tape. So, okay, on digital recording on my phone. So we will be having that coming out sometime this next week. So you guys will get to see some playtime with Simon. I thought that was so super fun. Love getting to hang out with him. Okay, Melissa, right there on the screen, there's this dungeon thing, and you just type in !join in the chat to get in on it. And we've got right now up at the top, it shows Ruth's name, and you're in there. Okay, yay. You got in there. Awesome. But yeah, that's how it works. And of course the chat, it worked that time. Fabulous. So it's Tangia bot. Tangia is one of the things that with alerts where, number one, I don't have to create anything, but that also means I'm always getting a surprise. Unless it's Mary and she does Sully, because I know Sully's there. Okay. But there's a lot of things over there, and they cost like 50 cents to have something happen on the screen. So I call it trolling the streamer. Okay, did I do this one already? I did do this one already. Okay, that goes over there. So now we've got this one, which is going to have the tails. You see that? All the fun tails. And I'm going to line them up based on what I think is supposed to be there. Okay, I'm not. I got to cheat. I got to do it this way. This way I know that they're in the right spots. You're the second person to say what I miss. Hey, Miss Bethany. So right now I'm working with the new Simon Hurley Sky's the Limit collection, and we're doing a stencil. There's also an embossing folder that the stencil matches. It said, Melissa walked in on 2 goblins and goblins orcs. It was awkward. Oh my God. Melissa, what are you doing? So what we're talking about now, Bethany, is they were playing with Tangia, so they did a couple of dungeon raids. So that was fun, and apparently during part of the dungeon raid, Melissa kind of walked in on a couple of goblins. Okay, I'm going to line that up about where I had the last ones and just press this down so that the bottom one lines up. And I can already tell it's a little crooked, and that's okay. So I'm going to just move it to where I know it's supposed to be. Okay, that looks better. That looks better. This one still looks a little bit off. Okay. So now we got one running again. We're also going to be playing with something else, Miss Bethany. I got in the new T-Square from Pear Blossom Press. This thing's fabulous. And the thing I'm going to be using it more often than not is going to be for the jigs, not necessarily for, I'll use the T-square part too, but I've got a T-square that I haven't really used, mostly I think because it's been kind of big and flimsy. This one's actually really stable. So it's like a thicker, I think. What did Ruth find? She found something. I missed it. Okay. Okay, what color do we want the tails, guys? I'm thinking red, because that's really the last color we have left. We have red and we have blue, but I think I want to do the red. So I'm going to pick this color. We're going to do tails of red. Okay, join in. Oh, you can't join in the fun because it's over. Okay. I have 2 screens up. This one I've got actual Twitch on. This one I have my OBS. So when I see something happen on one or the other and I glance at the other, they're not in sync. You know, because of the delays and stuff. Found a magician's tux, but level is too low to equip. Oh no. And then we have a kitty. Okay, so we're adding the tails, and I am going to, before I forget, going to add some of the mint tape so it doesn't go over onto my mat because it will stain my mat. And I think I'm going to do it on all 4 sides because I know the red will stain it. Oh, that's cute. It's an Eastery one with hearts and bunnies and things. I didn't even know that was in there. That is adorable. So you guys got a really cool dungeon to look at. That is fun. It's oh, it's a SpongeBob one. Oh, wow. I didn't know that was there. Okay, so I don't need any at the top. Okay. Well, I do kind of. Because here on this kind of one, we've got to do 2 colors. So that means when I put the red down over it, it's going to make a redder purple there. So it's going to make a darker color there. So this is going to do the tails and add some additional color to a couple of the kites. You thought the bunny looked like it was on something? Yeah, that's funny. So Avenger Fox got some more XP, but everybody else decreased. That means you got your butts kicked by SpongeBob? Really? Okay. And I know I don't have all of this complete lined up exactly right, but you know what? That's fine. I think it's still going to look cute. Okay. So that's going to finish up our stenciling. Ready to take a look? I love this. This is so bright and colorful. So fun. Okay, let's check on. That did heat up and it cooled down a little bit because I stacked stuff on top of it. But the glimmer system is heated up, so we will be doing the sentiment, and I think that's basically all that's needed. This looks so cute just by itself, and I think just adding a sentiment to the top is all we really need for it. Let me clean this up with some alcohol again. So for the rest of today, guys, I'm going to be working on, that's still got too much on there. Let me move that out of the way. But I'm going to still be working on getting this video edited for tomorrow. Where did I get my glimmer system? The glimmer system is from Spellbinders, and there's not a link down below. Any of the links down below that say it's for a Spellbinders item should take you straight to the Spellbinders website, and that's where I got mine. There are some stores that may have it as well. I think Hobby Lobby had them for a while, but you can get them like at scrapbook.com, Spellbinders. But yeah, and I'll show you the Spellbinders Glimmer system in a second, and I'll check the links below because I don't remember what all else I added. I added most of the stuff. Okay, I do have a Spellbinders link in there, and that goes straight to the Spellbinders website. And anytime you use one of my affiliate links, like all other content creators that ask you to do the same, it does help me out a little bit and helps me to keep the content coming. On their influencer team, it also lets them know that, you guys actually watch my videos that I do using their stuff. Okay. Oh, I put this in the wrong thing. This one goes in this one. This one is for the stencil, and the other one is for the embossing folder. Okay, love how this background turned out. Okay, so before I start, I'm going to get some glimmer foil. Do any of you guys have any thoughts as to what color sentiment should go with this brightly colored stencil background? I need water on there. I've also noticed that when I try cleaning the stamp with alcohol, which I don't know if you really should, but when I try doing that, it dries so fast that doesn't really work well. You want green foil on that. What do you guys think? Nerdy says green. Okay, let me go grab a couple of colors of foil. Because I do have enough stuff to do at least a couple of cards. And I may do a little bit of die cutting. Haven't 100% decided yet. Do I have any green in this box? There's a little tiny bit of green in there, but I don't know if it's enough to do anything with. Yay! So it looks like Ruth won a battle. Yay! You guys are in there with all the little batses and things. That's fun. So this is a scrap that might be enough to do. No, I'm not going to use that one. It had too many wrinkles and stuff in it. I know I have more green. I know I have some green glimmer foil. Must be in the other box. Okay, so it looks like I must have either put it somewhere else or something, or used up all of that one of green. This one is some green that I don't even know if they still have it. This was part of a combo, Christmassy combo pack, but there is some green in there. So I can use that on a sentiment. Yeah, lots of foil. Absolutely. Love my foil. So we're going to try using that for a sentiment on there, because that's what Nerdy says she wants. And where did I put my... Oh, here we go. So we've got... Okay, this is actually a better press plate. So that means that we're going to be foiling the whole thing and then having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sentiments all from one go. Okay. So that means that when you start doing this, you can do a bunch of panels like this. You can do a lot of die cutting of the different kites. You can do a bunch of the stuff and have everything all at once. So this is what the glimmer system looks like for those that don't already know. We have the plugs into your wall. We have the connection here. We have the lights over here that tell you things. So this says that it's on. The red just says the power's on. The green says... Okay. Yes. The green says that the platform is ready. Okay, so we're going to just place this over the top. We're going to let it start heating up, and I'm going to cut some foil. And I don't think I have not used this specific foil before. The foil that I use the most is Spellbinders Glimmer Foil. There are other companies and other foils that you can use. So I would say if you have hot foil in your system and you have a glimmer system, I would say go for it. I have a cart dedicated just to my foils, and not everything fits. I blame Debbie for my addiction. Is that because I got you to pull out your glimmer system when you hadn't used it yet and come play with me, Miss Bethany? I'm pretty sure that's the reason you came on and did. That one had a big sticker. They usually have little ones, but then again, this one is a little bit older. I've had it for a while and not opened all the things yet. There's some colors I use more often than others, and a lot of that's like the golds. I use gold a lot. Let me pull out this. We do have the AC on. We've got this fun little tool. This is the quick trimmer, and it's basically a grid of lines for you to be able to cut everything straight. And where did I put my blades? I know, they're in my drawer, right? I put them in the drawer. I reorganized things a little while back and put all of my tools in one place so I could find them, but that doesn't mean I can necessarily find them, but I did. Okay, so it has a couple of blades, and it's got a self-healing mat underneath, possibly. Love you, Bethany. So this is really, really fun because I have an issue with my foil kind of flapping around when I try to cut it sometimes, and that's because I have my AC on. It's hot in Florida. You guys already heard me. I was starting to get a little bit heated up, and I asked Todd, okay, is the AC on? It turns out, no, it wasn't. So I'm just going to lay that down over it. And I probably, excuse me, I probably should have kind of measured how big this thing is. Okay, that's good enough. So if I cut here, that's going to be fine. So I'm going to take out one of my blades. They come with two blades. One is for paper, one is for foil. That is totally fine, Miss Melissa. Thank you for doing both of the things, honey. And now I just forgot which one I said it was supposed to be. So I'm going to do it again. So I've put that there. If I go to this one, that's the second one. Second. Yes, if I do the second one, that should be fine. You want to make sure that you're only using the foil one when you're using your foil. If you use the foil blade on paper, it's going to start dulling it. Just saying. I think that already cut through. Yep, cut through fine. But that makes it so that you don't fight with it quite so much. So this is a good tool for that. I mean, some tools are to make things faster. Some things are to make things more accurate. Some things are just to avoid aggravation. And that's my main reason for using this one, is getting rid of the aggravation. So whenever you use your foil, you're going to want to do shiny side facing away from your card. So let me grab a piece of cardstock, which I think I have some panels on my desk somewhere, but I keep losing them. So a piece of cardstock. I'm going to line this up a little bit better, I think. I also marked on mine where the corners of an A2 size card is. This was my choice. You don't have to do this, but I've got them marked. That's what those are. Those are just Sharpie, and they do over time wear off. That one's almost gone. So you always want to make sure your card is going to be the shiny side of your foil is facing away from the cardstock. So when you're using a foil system like this, you're going to want it to be shiny side down. The matte side, although it's pretty, that has adhesive on it. That is heat reactive adhesive. So when you heat everything up, that's what's going to make it stick to your cardstock. I'm going to just place that down, add my thin shim, add my spacer pad, and then I'm going to hit the button and let that heat up. If you're using a really big plate, you may need to heat it a couple of times. I'm going to try it with just one time through on this one. I have done some recently where I thought I needed to heat it twice, where I probably didn't, so I got a little bit of overfoiling. If I get overfoiling, it's fine though on this one because we're going to die cut it all out anyway. Okay. So I know that some of you guys haven't seen all the things as to what we're doing. I'm going to go ahead while we're waiting on this. It's not going to take long, and just take a quick glance at some of the other collections. And for you guys that would have rather seen something else, you know why we're doing this one? It's because that's what y'all picked. Okay. So this one is, oh, this one's the frog. I will definitely be doing a card with this. This one is called Jump for Joy. It's got a nice pretty stencil. It's got stamps to go along with, and then it's got the dies that have got this super cute little frog. So we have a frog prince. And I've been talking about that. What's the name of the site for emailing? Emailing what? You can email me at debbiej@debbiejscraftingcorner.com. But I don't know what you're talking about there. If you're talking about what site I use for doing my newsletters and stuff, that's Flowdesk. Oh, you want that bundle. I know, right? And that's what's fun. This one is basically just 3 products for the Jump for Joy. It's 3 products. It's all in one bundle. And it's like $37. So all of the links for all of my affiliate links are down below. I did put a link to each of the pages that has each of the collections down. So if you pull up Jack of All Trades, it's going to pull up all the stuff with the Jack of All Trades collection. And okay. I see what you're talking about. Anticutie is wanting to know how to get in on the rest of the chat. So that's over on YouTube, honey. So it's just youtube.com. And then do a search for Debbie J's Crafting Corner, and it's the live stream that's going on right now over there. But absolutely. And I think there is a link down below Twitch in my about to be able to go straight to my YouTube channel. So that's where you would find that. Okay, so this next one. Okay, so this one is the Jack of All Trades. Oh my goodness. This one is the one you want the Jack too. Yes. So this is super fun. Look at that. Oh, and this is ready, so I need to go ahead and run it through. But this makes it so that you can make a wild Joker card, like a playing card or a card based on a playing card. Yeah, it's going to be fun. So yeah, I can't wait to play with that. I wanted to play with the whole collection last time and ran out of time. So I still have not made a suit of cards yet. I made a few things, and that's because I fell in love with the Better Press plate that came with it. Yes. And did a bunch of cards with that, and then didn't get a chance to do the rest of the things because it just got busy. So now I pulled it out. I'm going to roll it straight on through. Let's get the Platinum 6 out of the way. Okay, so I picked it up with a magnet. Let's drop the magnet. When you look at it, you can see, well, this foil, you can't really see it as much, but I can see some little imprints. That usually means that that you did the foiling. Hey, Danielle, again. Danielle's on both. Okay. Let's just let it cool a little bit. Sometimes if it's too hot, you may pull some of the foil off, but look at that. And this has got the texture that came with that fun design on there. Okay, so the sentiments are really fun there. So now we're going to die cut that out. What's funny is as I'm looking at it, I keep thinking, wait, I'm seeing something black. This is not toner foil. I'm not going to see black underneath it, but it kind of looks like it's got a little bit of black toner showing through because of the texture, depending on how you look at it. It's fun. Terry Cooper, I don't know what the A is. Hey, Miss Anita, thank you. Thank you so much, honey. And we can also use this one. I think I'm going to do that. Give me a sec. I'm going to get out one of my solid plates. And we're going to do the reverse. So there are different companies that have got different plates. I'm just going to use, well, no, I'm not. I was going to say I was going to use the one from Spellbinders, but this is actually not big enough to get all of that on there. This one is perfect for doing like ATC size panels to go on the front of your card. So I like using the shapes. Spellbinders is the only one that has shapes. And this is the rectangle one. You can see it is basically A2 size. But this is bigger than that. See, I wouldn't be able to get all of the sentiments. But I can do that if I use the Catherine Pooler. So I'm going to go ahead and put the Catherine Pooler down. This is one that's going to have to heat up a couple of times because it is so big. It's big, it's solid. And if I want the whole thing to be heated, that's what we're going to do. But what we're going to do with this is we're going to be cutting out, we're going to do the sentiments again, a second set, but it's going to be white with green. So I'm going to do it on white cardstock, but it's going to have the green outline. And that is going to be super fun. So I'm going to just sit that to the side and let that heat up. And after it finishes heating up, I'm going to turn off the machine and turn it back on so it can reheat. I saw that on someone's video at one point. I thought, what? I tried it and turned out that took care of the only issue I ever had with underfoiling on my big plates. Most of my plates, no problem. But on the big ones, I would sometimes get some underfoiling in some areas, especially when I was trying to do the reverse. That was the main problem I had with doing the reverse. Okay, so now I need to move my foil out of the drawer so I can get to the other things. Because we're going to do a little bit of die cutting. Okay. So earlier we did a little bit of 3D embossing and I told you don't use the platform top. Well, this time we're going to do some die cutting, so we need it. We need that extra there. So I'm using both the platform and the platform top. I'm using my magic mat because I love my magic mat, and I'm using the magnetic because I want to line everything up and have it match perfect. So this has got a magnet in it. Here's my die. And it's going to help everything stay in place. Now it is a little bit warped. And unlike the regular magic mat, you aren't supposed to heat this because of that magnet on the inside. And it is going to wear out probably faster than your magic mat does because of the magnet. But that means the only time I use this is when I am doing magnetic. It also means use the other side because it is a regular magic mat. That way you can hopefully take care of some of the warpage that you may get. Okay. And I did confirm, I actually got to meet some of the folks from scrapbook.com over the weekend at Creativation, and I asked them about that. I said, the thing that I love the absolute most from them is the magic mat, and I love this thing too, the magnetic, but it does get warped, and it doesn't really, yeah. So yeah, I have a couple of the magnetic. I have a couple of different ones, and you can usually find them on sale, so that is also fabulous too. So I'm just lining everything up. And it's staying mostly in place. It's only in the pressure of my hands that's moving it. And that's just so I can get it perfectly lined up. If you put your plate in on top of it too fast or with too much pressure, you can shift it. It's not going to keep it staying there forever just because of the magnets. So we're going to go ahead and die cut that through. Terry Cooper started another dungeon. Okay, so this has heated up. I'm going to turn it off. Turn it back on and let it heat up again so that we can do those other sentiments, right? I know, I know, Nerdy, you didn't say it, but this is a lot of work for one sentiment to go on one card. But no, we've got a bunch of them. Look at that. And that just happened to be the first one that I grabbed. And I think that's the one I'm going to use. But I've got a bunch more sentiments sitting over there. Perfect. And then I can also do the opposite. I can do the green with the white letters, and that's going to be fun too. Okay, so next what we're going to do, I haven't taken this out since I got home. I'm going to take out my decal trimmer and kind of funk up the edges a little bit. I'm going to cut this different than I normally do. I'm actually going to cut it down more. because I want to use this guy. I think I'm going to do with the 3/8 inch side. So this is going to make it so that I can line everything up perfectly in the center of my card. But to do that, I need the panel to be small enough. So I'm going to cut it so it's going to be 3/8 of an inch in. So that means it needs to be 1.5 inches smaller than normal. What I normally do is I cut off 1/4 inch on two sides, and that makes the 1/8 of an inch, right? So if I do, I think I'm going to keep everything pretty much centered. That would work. 3/8 is numbers. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's 3/8, I think. This is actually not even square. Let me see if I can get this squared up. Yeah, that side is a little bit off. Let's come in a little bit more. Which means that would be, for 1/4 inch, that's going to be 2/8. I go in one more eighth, then we are going to, okay. So I think I got this straight. So 2, then 3. I'm giving it a try. So it's actually a little bit more than 1/4 inch off of each side. So that would be 2 and then 3. I thought I already did that side. Did I? Oh, I see what is going on. 2, 3. Wait a minute. Oh, I trimmed that more than I needed to. I'm going to just trim a little bit off there. It's not going to be perfect. Oh, it is supposed to be 3/8 off of each side. Duh. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm guessing, guys. I am not a math expert. So that's 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Should give me 3/8 of an inch all the way around, because I think I cut. That's what I cut. And most of my purple is gone. Let's see. Looks like it was right. And the way that we're going to use this to do this is we've got a couple of jigs on here. We're going to turn it upside down. I'm going to use the side that says 3/8, and we slide it on like that, like so. And then this pops in right there. And I'm just confirming at this point because I don't know. I need foam on here to make it. That actually makes it right in the center where it's supposed to be. I think it might be a little bit off, but that's probably because my card base is probably a little bit off. But how easy is that to get it lined up straight? I mean, yeah, really. Okay, we're going to do foam. Because why? Because foam is life. I'm going to put some foam on the back of my pretty... Oh, let's use this other one. This one's almost gone. I'm going to use some foam on the back of my my kites here. Thank you, Ruth. I'm assuming it popped up. I didn't see it, but yeah. Foam is life. Yes. And when we get done here, I'm going to have me some lunch. I don't know what I'm going to do, though. Okay, so we're going to do this again. So I'm showing this a lot because this thing is fabulous, and it's only $10. I mean, really, you need one of these. You need all the things. You definitely need all the foam and all the lights and all the things from Pear Blossom Press because they're absolutely fabulous, and you guys know how much I love them. So the jig, it's basically where it's cut in smaller. It's thinner in parts than others, and you just slide it right on. We're going to take off the release paper. I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to make sure I'm on the front. Okay, so we have, this is going to be the front. It's going to go this way so that the kites are right side up. I'm going to slide it back in there. And I'm just going to line up the corner right with that edge there. And right up against, yeah, it's in there. Okay. That was faster than I ever put them down, and it usually takes me a few minutes to figure out if I've got it straight. I think this is pretty straight. I think I did shift it around a little bit, but that's on me, not on the jig. And then for this part, you do the same kind of thing. I just noticed. It's got a groove on the other side too, so that when you do the T-square, you just line it right up against it. This is called the Card Maker's T-square A2. It's down in the description. I did add it into the description box after we started, so you may want to refresh your screen. But I'd love it if you use my affiliate link. For one thing, it does help me every time you do that. I do get a small percentage whenever anybody uses one of my links, but it also lets Amanda know that you guys are watching my videos. Okay, so now we're going to do the same thing with this. And here's the fun thing. Okay, let me turn this over. The T-square has got zeros in the center. So if we're doing horizontal, yes, the one that's in the description is my affiliate link. Let me look and see what I did say that, right? So it should say for the T-square, it's got Pear Blossom Press, and then at the end, it's got 103. So that one is my affiliate link. On all the other ones, those are links that I created using the affiliate links to make them prettier so they don't take up all the room. Amanda's are a lot shorter than Spellbinders are. It's just a thing. And I'm going to be doing a pretty one of that one later too. Let me go ahead and add that into the chat as well for you guys, because I know I saved it, but anyhow. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you. So here is the link as well. And again, this is just for the T-square. I'm going to be using it in another video tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm doing a light up card video. I still have to edit, and here's the card. So this is my design team project for Amanda's team tomorrow. Super, super cute. Little Nomi bunny. Love it. Anyhow. So besides the jig part, we've got where it has a center mark of 0. And I didn't really catch this before, but we've also got, I've used T-squares where I have to try to have them at the edge of something so I can have it hook on, where they're completely flat on the underside. They didn't do that. Amanda's fabulous. So she basically has got a little ledge there too. So you slide it in and it goes right up, it butts up straight up against it. This is going to be the 0 mark. The 0 mark is the center of the card. So if you're doing a horizontal sentiment, that's where you would put it. And then you could just line it up in between your 2 pink dots and you're good. The pink dots are at the 3rd mark going across. Same thing for if you're doing a vertical. Let me do it on this side so you can see it better. We've got the 0 mark there. And again, we've got pink dots at the 3rd mark to help you line everything up in the middle. Or if you want it to the 1st third or the 2nd third, but it's still going to be level. That is fabulous. Love, love, love that. So we're going to do that on here. And it looks like I smudged some ink. That's okay. I've got it right now resting up against the edge of my panel there. I think I'm going to glue this one down, believe it or not. We already have some foam going on. And since I kind of want it in the center, well, I can see where the center is. Put it here, the center is there. Okay, if I put this over this way, the center is there. So we're right about there. So if I hold it, I'll let it hover. So right about there, and then I'm going to bring this up a little bit, make sure that the bottom part is level, and then just press that in, and there we go. Oh, this is so fun. I'm moving it over a little bit. This is just me. I think because of that purple, it looks like it's further to that side, and I don't want it to be further to that side. And that's because I'm thinking visually it doesn't look like it's centered, even though it was. There we go. I don't think I'm done with it though. It kind of needs, I mean, this is good enough. You don't have to add anything, but we do have some other kites. And I am hungry, so I should really stop, but you know what? I ain't gonna do it. Okay, what we're going to do first, though, is we're going to go ahead and see how it does with that 2 levels of heat for that glimmer plate that we just did. Because we're trying to do the waste. We're trying to use up all the waste so we don't have waste, right? Just running that through. I did heat it up twice. So I'm thinking we should have had enough time. But one thing I did not do is I didn't hit the timer button at the end, and I probably should have. So this may not work. Oh. You know what? It would actually work better if I actually put some this on there. So we're going to do it again. Okay. I'm looking at this. It's like, wait a minute. I don't see any foil. So I'm going to put the foil down. And then I'm going to put a piece of white cardstock on there. Let's move that over. Have it in the center. There we go. Now I'm going to do it again. Ha! Elizabeth! Okay, Elizabeth, we did not play with the froggy. You know why? Because you weren't here. Instead, we played with the Simon Hurley kites. This one is called Sky's the Limit. We've got embossing folder. We've got stencils. We've got lots of fun sentiments. You were shopping. I figured you were sleeping, honey. I'm teasing. That is totally fine, hun. But let me go ahead and show you my frogs, because we will be playing with that, but just not today. Because I'm tired and I need food. This one's my froggies. This one's my froggies. Absolutely. Yes. Thank you so much, Vanessa. And great question. So whenever you're using someone's affiliate link, the way that those work is it's through cookies on your computer. Okay. So when you go in there and you are using someone's affiliate link, it sets the cookie. So everything in your shopping cart is going to go to the same. It's basically going to be credited to the same person. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you doing that. You don't have those Simon Hurley goodies yet. So this one we've got sentiments. So this is a better press that we glimmered up. Flying by to say hi, yay. I'm working on doing the waist right now. I'm going to turn it off, turn it back on again. And then, so this has a little guy that's flying a kite, or a little girl, because we got a ponytail that we can use too. Actually, we've got anyway, we've got like 4 different hairstyles for the kid. Anyway, and lots of kites, which I'm probably going to add some kind of a kite, something else to that. I haven't decided if I need to add anything to it or not. But this one is the one with the froggies. So the stencil does this. So this is the stencil, and I used some of the Astro Paste on the purple for the flower. And this was a couple of weeks ago when I first got it in. Then we've got all of these sentiments and other fun things that you can add to it. Take a leap of faith. Thanks so much. All the fun things. And this one, there's the froggy. And it has a little crown. So you know what? We have us a frog prince. We have us a frog prince. I think this is so fun, right? Especially for if and when, okay, I just looked back up at the top. Oh yeah, the Pear Blossom Press goes straight to mine. Yes, that's right. Okay, so Vanessa, yeah, I was answering the question for all affiliate links, but absolutely, the ones in Pear Blossom Press, if you decide to get the lights and stuff, definitely. Okay. Hey, Jen. So yeah, we've got the little frog, his cute little arms. We've got a little crown for him, toadstool, whole bit. This is friggin' adorable. And this set, I just had it pulled up. Let me look at that one again. It's called Jump for Joy. There is a link down below. And this entire collection, all 3 of them, $36.52 US. For the entire collection, it's under $37. I mean, you don't have to use the frog on all of them, but Elizabeth's going to use the frog on all of them. Yeah. So super cute. Can't wait to play. Anyway, I told everybody they had to help me decide what to play with, because you know what? I want to play with all the things. I mean, the new Giannis Makula's the Yana's Daisies is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to hit the timer. Hopefully that will be heated up long enough. And we're going to go ahead and see if the reverse is going to work. At Anakuti and Kingblade. Who's Kingblade? Oh, AKA. Okay. And I think that's where Jen... Oh, that's you. Okay. I told you guys when I first came on, I'm tired and I'm not... And we've actually been on for almost 2 hours and I've been talking the whole time. Oh, my goodness. I'm tired because of the trip and lots of peopling. Peopling always makes you tired, but it's always so wonderful. You know, I love all my crafty friends. And I'm hoping I didn't put too many of them off because I got to the tired loopy stage very quickly and my words didn't work all the time. But that didn't mean my mouth shut up. Yeah, my mouth didn't shut up. My words stopped working, but my mouth didn't shut up. Okay, we're going to go ahead and run this one through. And we're going to see if that reverse foiling worked for those sentiments. I'm hoping. Normally, I would say don't run it back and forth because you know what? When you do it back and forth, you can kind of jig it a little bit and you can move the plate so it's it's out of place. With this one, because it's that big solid, it's not going to matter if the plate moves a little bit because what's transferring is what's actually on the foil. It's just the foil. Okay. And I ran it through a couple of times to try to make sure we have enough pressure to finish that off. Okay, so this is what they should look like when we take the paper off. But like I said, I have had issues in the past where sometimes it doesn't peel off sometimes all the foil doesn't go. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But usually what will fix that is if I run it through, if I heat the plate up, heat the solid plate up a couple of times. And this looks, yep, this is what I was talking about. You wind up with some of the foil that stays on the thing. So that means I probably needed to heat it up again, and I didn't. But may still be able to use those. It depends on how they look once we do the die cutting. I'm going to turn that off, let it cool down. And we're going to be using our Magnetic Magic mat again. Okay, so just placing that on there and then, see, the thing is, this would have been thrown in the trash anyway. Right? So this is just a bonus. I'm going to line that up using my Magnetic Magic mat to help hold it in place better. That looks pretty good. And then making sure not to slide this plate. If you slide it while it's touching your cutting plates, it's probably going to move them. It's not going to be lined up anymore. So if you want to try to go straight down if you can. And then have it go through the die cutting machine. And I'm just taking another quick glance. I'm going to say close enough. It could have been adjusted just a little bit, but I think it's good enough. Okay. And then there's the same sentiment we just used over here, but we're using the reverse. And I think it's still pretty. And there's a kitty. But yeah, I think it did turn, even though it had a little bit of underfoiling, I still think that turned out really nice. I'm going to be able to use these sentiments. Yay! Oh, you're going to love the foam tape. One of the things that Amanda's been working on the last couple of years, and it has to do with manufacturers and stuff that's causing the delay. But one thing she's been working on the last couple of years is to get other thicknesses and widths and stuff, and not necessarily all on a roll, but sheets. She's been working on doing a lot more things with that foam tape, and I know I told you guys about it multiple times. I love the foam tape, and I can't wait for the new stuff to come out. She's also got another product that as soon as it comes out, I will be definitely using these, but it's where they're not done yet. I did get to see them at the show. I did show them to scrapbook.com. So yeah, I got to meet Laura. So I did show her, and she loves it too. I said, they are not out yet. They're not available yet, but this is coming. So yeah. And well, the thing is, if Amanda hadn't had them out actually sitting out, I wouldn't have told anybody about them. But just a clue. You guys know I love my dancing cards, so has something to do with that. Okay, Vanessa says, I love the foam tape. It's repositionable. It's on back order, but I'm so looking forward to getting it for a few moments. Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that foam tape. Some of you guys know that when Amanda did the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo here in Orlando, I worked that with her, and was just getting the stuff in. It didn't get there before her flight to come to Orlando to be able to bring it. Or it wasn't going to. So instead she had it shipped to me. So yeah, I got one of the first rolls and didn't get to use it because I went to the show. So I took the rest of the stuff and took it down there for her, and I got to play with it while I was doing make and takes for her at the Stamp and Scrapbook Expo. We had so much fun, and I loved that tape. I mean, it's where she had told us about it and what it was going to do, but until you actually do it, you don't realize how much of a game changer it is until you actually have it in your hands and you use it. Okay, so we've got this one. I think I should probably do something with one of these. I think I want to do that. We're going to trim again so that I can use those jigs again. This time I think I'm going to do straight cuts. So first I'm going to double check and see what size this actually is. So this is showing as 4 1/4. So I need to cut, I'm going to go with the 1/2 inch. That way I know it's an inch in. I think I'm going to actually, what part do I want to keep? Let's turn it right side up. I think I'm going to cut a 1/2 inch in on each side. So that means I need to have at 3 3/4 for that one. And then for this one, it needs to be at 5. And then this one's going to be at another 1/2 inch in. So that's going to be 3 1/4. Is that right? Why does that seem? I'm not used to cutting things so small. You get that done. That's also on my to-do list for this weekend. But thank you so much, Melissa, for coming and hanging out with us. We miss you. We absolutely do. Okay, so T-square. I'm double checking because, so where it is now, it would be a 1/4 inch in, so it does need to be a 1/2 inch smaller. Okay. So that's going to be 3 1/4. I know it's an A2, but I really don't, I mean, it's basically a ATC card, but I don't really do a lot of ATCs. So anyway, so now we're going to cut this one down to 4 1/2. So this little bitty panel, and it's perfect. It's going to leave a 1/2 inch all the way around, and then we can add a sentiment, and I think that's the one I want to do. Harry Cooper and all the twerking. Okay, so we're going to put some foam on the back of this, just using some of my regular foam tape. I'm looking for my smaller roll so I can finish using it up before I use my new one. Oh, by the way, if you're looking for the lights and stuff too, you can get some. There are actually available on Spellbinders website as well. So they're on both. I mean, I'd rather you use the one on Parablossom Press because that way she knows it was, that you're coming from me. But the stuff is still available on Spellbinders and on scrapbook.com. And I've got affiliate relationships with both of those. So whatever makes it most convenient for you in your shopping. And usually the prices, because everybody goes basically by MSRP, most of them, the pricing should be about the same. Okay, before I go further on that, because there's some folks that haven't seen this T-square has got a jig in it. Okay, so we've got a 1/2 inch and we have a 3/8 inch. So the first card I did with a 3/8 inch. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to flip it so that the jig is on the bottom. And I'm going to make sure that I have it opened up. I made up one card earlier and I did it backwards. So here's the opening side. So I'm going to just line that up right there. Because we're going to do the 1/2 inch space all around it. Okay. And then I can just place this down lined up with that jig. As long as I didn't shift anything, it's going to be perfectly positioned. I think I did put it in there crooked and this is not going to come off as good. That's one of the things I don't like about the other tapes. They don't come off quite straight. Okay, do it again. Put it with my guys going straight up. Okay, there we go. So as long as my card base is cut the way it's supposed to be and it's all straight, then this is perfectly in the center. Okay, now we're going to do... I think I want to do the sky's the limit. But I'm kind of thinking I want to do a little bit of color on there too. Let me do a little bit of... What do you guys think? Should I add some green or should I add some purple? So since it's on blue, those colors will work well together. And I'm just going to do kind of a little bit of the raised edges. So what do y'all think? Yana says green. Okay. Did I take out a green? So here's my green. I'm going to try lightly over the top. And then grab out my Salmon Hurley Later Gator. Okay. So you can probably see a little bit. Well, I can see a little bit. I'm trying to just hit those top edges. And that it kind of also makes sense with the green sentiment to do it this way too. That's one of the things I like about this because it's got that flatness. It mostly you can do things mostly flat and not get a lot of ink in places that you don't really want it. I did have a little bit pop in into the background, but that's still okay. This is just a little bit light. And this is an afterthought. I actually did this as an afterthought after I put it down on my card. I don't normally do that. This isn't something I would normally be able to do. Okay. And I got a little bit of green on the background. Oh, well. These I got off of Amazon. So you can go to my Amazon shop. I think it's amazon.com/shop. It's in the description on YouTube. There's a thing to my shop, but I'm pretty sure those are in my shop there. And then we're going to just add... Yes, I'm saying a lot about the affiliate links because it really does help me and it's going to help me pay for the trip that I just did. Then I'm going to do... Yeah, that's perfect. And this time I'm going to add a little bit of foam to the back. And then we are going to do a giveaway. And do you guys want both of the cards or can I get away with just giving y'all one of them? I kind of want to do splatter. Okay. I have to. I'm doing something else now that I should not be doing because I'm going to make a tremendous mess. We're going to just see how it does. Where is my mint tape that I just had? Okay, we're going to give away one. And Yana says splatter. Somebody had asked me about the mint tape. I told you it's great for masking. Well, that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to actually mask the almost white, because I did get some green on it. I'm going to mask off that background. See, this is where I should have done it the first time around, but how many times do I actually know what I'm making before I get started? I have ideas as I go. Seat of my pants is what you come here for. So now those are masked off. Let's put plastic between me and all the papers. And this is Simon Hurley's new solar spray. Getting my workout. Okay, I stole that line. That's what Simon said. I was like, this is where he gets his workout. And these are still pretty shook up from where I used them the other day, so that's good. And I'm going to try the way that he did it on Monday. I had used these for splatter, for a couple of Galaxy backgrounds, watered them down, used a brush. He did it the way that you do with, well, he was experimenting because he wasn't sure how it was going to work, and you guys will see the video. But he decided to do it and kind of try to do the controlled spray like what we do with the distress sprayer to get the splatter. You're also able to get bigger and smaller and more condensed mica when you do it that way, instead of doing what I did on my other cards. So I have to experiment with this and try it. But I also have got splatter on my Stream Deck from the other day, so I have to clean things. Okay, I'm working on trying to get it up into the thing. This is my first attempt, by the way. Okay. We have a little bit of, and by the way, this is the green. This is Crocodile Tears. Let's add some beluga that I spilled, and I only have half a bottle, so I'm gonna have to buy more. See, this one spilled. That's what happens when you take the lid off. Yeah, it kind of happens. So I'm doing a gentle until I can feel it actually getting firm in there, because it's starting to fill up the little tube. Oops. Okay. Now we got some more on there. You can see it better on here, and you can see, look at that pretty color. I went black cardstock. And something else that he didn't realize, when I told him that I did a Galaxy, he did all of it straight onto the black hole, which I had never seen in person, Elizabeth, but the black hole, black cardstock. He had done it on there. And I actually made my Galaxy on white cardstock with layers of ink. So this works over that too. We also discovered that it can do a little bit of the color lifting when you put it over something else. Look at that. Pretty. I'm just picking up some of the excess. Yeah, that's pretty. Okay. Let's go ahead and heat this up so I can finish putting the card together, right? And while we do that, I'm going to go ahead and pull up the giveaway stuff that I haven't even looked. I don't know if everything's working, guys. I'm glad all the things that are working, because I haven't tested anything since I got back. I've been tired. Okay, reset the drawing. Let's hit the button for the giveaway. Bum, ba, bum. Oh, it's there. So we have some green and we have some blue in there. So go ahead and type !join if you want to get in on the giveaway, and I'll be giving away one of the two cards and you guys get to pick. If Elizabeth gets it, she's well, they both have green in them, so she'll be happy with both. Hey, Miss Maureen, that troublemaker's been in there lurking. Okay. Okay, Jen is like, me! Exclamation point join, honey. Okay, there are a couple places that are still a little damp because I can see the shine, the reflection from the water. Okay. Still pretty. Does I see your froggy? Only 7 folks. Okay, we've got folks in both of the chats, and I know there's more than 7 people on YouTube, so you guys need to get that typed in. I know a lot of y'all are lurking and just listening and probably working on other things. So just as a reminder, if you want in on the giveaway, you have to type it in. Say exclamation point join, and we do have the 2 cards to pick from. This one is probably my favorite of the 2 just because it's so bright, and I'm kind of in that bright, colorful mood kind of thing. And let's see, and I had decided to do, we're doing the same sentiment on both of those. And the other thing that you can use this for besides just the jig is so that you can line up your sentiments, right? So one side has got the jig. Okay, so one side has the jig. The other side has got a ridge at the edge so that it lines up. It catches on there perfect so you can line everything up. Okay, I'm going to put this one down here. Now this isn't a flat sentiment, but this is still going to help me make sure everything is lined up. If I'm actually looking at it correctly. So I just need to make sure that my letters are lined up with what the edge shows there. Okay. There we go. I think that turned out fun. Kind of wondering if I need anything. I think all the kites are going to be too big to add an extra kite. I'm going to definitely have to play with these 2. I love all the things. That's the problem. I love all the things and then I don't have time to play with them all. Anyway. All right. So be sure to type that in. Hey, Miss Crystal. If you want in on the giveaway, go ahead and type in exclamation point join. That's the wrong. I need the right things. I'm trying to start cleaning up while we're doing this. So I've got that. Okay, here we go. I've got the right sleeve. I know nobody wants to get in on the giveaway because they want Elizabeth to have a chance. I do appreciate you guys coming and hanging out with me today, though. I mean, I told you, it's first off, it is Thursday. This is normally the Twitch time that I go live. But today, since it is the 10th and it is new release day, we had to do a whole multi-stream thing. So that is the reason for that. I might pop on later and maybe play a game or something on Twitch. Haven't decided. A lot of it depends on how long it takes me to get my video edited. And did I actually record all the pieces that I think I recorded? I do love that card too. I haven't made any cards in days, and now I've got 3 knocked out in one day, so that's fun. Okay, I'm only going to give you guys another like 10 seconds or something. If you haven't gotten in on the giveaway, you're losing your shot. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and draw. Who's it going to be? Vanessa got in last second. Awesome. Let's see who it is. Avenger Fox. Fabulous. That's something else that is on my list too of things I need to get done this weekend, guys, is I am behind on mailing because I was getting ready for the show. I was getting ready to go out of town. So I need to mail all the things. So pictures of these will be going up on social media. Avenger Fox, which of the cards do you want, honey? And there is the form so that you can claim your prize. So do we want bright or do we want blue? I think they're both pretty. But congratulations on that. She wants the bright and colorful one. Okay, fabulous. Let me go ahead and put a little note in there to remind me. If I forget to do this, I wind up having to go back and watch the videos. And I still do that sometimes too. But anyway. so that I know who it was that won what. Okay, great. So this is going to be going out to you, and you will be seeing pictures of all the things coming up soon. I do plan on working on all the other things. And as I mentioned early in the stream, I really have to figure out timing for things. So I have, well, we've already seen all the collections. Need to make things for all the collections, right? Got a couple more design team things coming up. First one is tomorrow, and that's Pear Blossom Press. And that's this lovely little bunny gnome. Yep. Anyway, super cute. That's coming up tomorrow. I would love for you to go and take a look at that video and be sure to comment and like and all the things. And then I also received some things while I was at Creativation. I'm probably going to do an unboxing just to share what was in the swag. But I also plan on doing additional videos to kind of focus on a couple of the things that are in there, at least a couple of the things. Really is going to depend on time. So keep an eye on your email. Make sure that you are subscribed if you want to make sure you're getting notifications on YouTube. But the reason I say keep an eye on your email is because I send out notifications there too, because I know folks don't always get their notifications on YouTube. It is what it is. So anyway, you guys have a wonderful day. I will see you soon. I'm sure it'll be in the next couple of days. I'll see you guys soon. Plus, I'm going to be putting up videos and stuff from the... Hey, Miss Dawn. I do have to edit some things from that I recorded during the show because Wi-Fi sucked. I still don't know how Erin got as good a video as she did. When I was watching her live, it didn't look as good as when I went back and watched her replay. So I still have to double check with her and see how she did that so I can hopefully plan better for next year. I really thought we were going to have Wi-Fi. We were told we were going to be Wi-Fi. So Dawn is on the replay. Okay, we're at the end though, and I can't wait to see you guys later. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will catch you guys later. Love y'all. I need to find my buttons again. Yeah, buttons. Bye, guys.